It's been 3 days since the families of 19-year-old Craig Wood and 17-year-old Kendall Moore learned the tragic fate of their loved ones. The pair died after the SUV they were in went into Gravel Pit Lake during a party. How one family found out about the accident has added to their heartbreak.
I would rather be prepared somewhat than to just see that.
A death in the family is news no one wants to get. Tricia Howard learned her nephew, Craig Wood, had died at a party at Gravel Pit Lake, not from police, but from Facebook.
And it all went back and said, "Rest in peace, Craig," or "We will love you forever in our heart." And I was just like, "Pardon me?" And I just started panicking right away. I was just like, what kind of joke is this, right? That to me is a big, big tragedy.
After reading that online, Howard and her family raced home from a weekend at the lake to talk to police, who had told them Kendall and Craig likely hadn't survived. Later that afternoon, bodies were recovered from the vehicle and the grim suspicions were confirmed.
Things just kept coming over the internet. Things were coming on Facebook. And at about 8:30, 9 o'clock that night, finally, the police did come and tell us that it was him in the vehicle.
The news Craig and close friend Kendall Moore had died when the vehicle they were in rolled into Gravel Pit Lake traveled fast, faster than RCMP.
Certainly we wish we could control and teach common sense, and that the people sending out messages, their desire to be the first one to point that out to their friends, and they're obviously not thinking about the families involved.
RCMP acknowledged social media is a part of life now, especially for teenagers, and beating it is impossible.
We don't have the luxury of being able to come back and say, "Oh, sorry, we were wrong. Your child didn't pass away. That was our mistake." Those consequences, some people may never recover from.
I think Craig would want to be remembered that he was kind, and that he loved he just loved, and you couldn't help but love him back.
Howard says her nephew came from a large and close-knit family. Everyone is leaning on each other now and remembering the boy who they say never stopped smiling.
He had a great heart.
Kelly Linehan, CKPG News.